Today on Fitness Under Fire, is working out for vanity bad? Hey everyone, welcome to Fitness Under Fire. We are a channel that tackles current and controversial fitness topics. Now, we try to present the best of both sides of any topic, even if it's not necessarily what we believe ourselves, so that you can come up with your own conclusion and decisions yourself at home. I'm Christina, and today on one side we have Kat, and on the other we have Al. And today's topic is working out for vanity bad?
All right, Al, take it away.
You're gonna let me go first?
I'm curious to hear what you're thinking.
Well, I'm thinking no. Working out
Typical.
working out for vanity's sake is not bad. Typical. You know I enjoy working out for health's sake. It is my primary focus, and I think it should be most people's primary focus.
Is that why you keep asking me, is your bicep getting bigger or is it smaller?
Because a little bit of vanity.
It's all about health.
A little bit of vanity is also important. Now, let me start with a caveat. I know we live in the current age of Instagram fitness and Photoshop pics and vanities run rampant and people are obsessed with it at times. I know that's a problem. And I think we can all agree that health should always be the primary focus of your fitness and nutrition regime. However, let's not throw vanity out altogether. There's some good aspects to vanity. So first off, my first point is, can we all acknowledge vanity is a great motivator, a fantastic motivator. What's people's biggest problem when starting to work out? They don't feel motivated. And vanity solves this. There's lots of memes that you'll find speaking about this. And unfortunately, as much as this, isn't the nicest thing to say, we should acknowledge vanity is actually a far better motivator than health. So let's be real here. And I'll admit for myself, when I started working out when I was 18, do you think I was working out because I didn't care about vanity but only health? Do you think I was dragging my 18-year-old ass into the gym because I was worried about hypertension and heart disease 25 years from now? No. As you pointed out, I was probably concerned about biceps. So it got me into the gym, and now I'm not saying we should be obsessed with vanity, but I'm saying it is a good motivator. So let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. The second point that I'll make before I let you have a go at this is, can we also admit this is natural for humans? Why do we deny the human condition? Let's not deny who we are. Being a little bit vain, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's part of our identity. It's part of our self-confidence. It's part of what makes us sexual beings. It involves a little bit of vanity. So let's not deny it. And if you're motivated by that and you want to get in shape by that, that's great.
So I will agree with you on one small point, which is vanity can get you through the door to the gym, and that's great. But that's not the question. The question isn't what gets you to the gym. The question is vanity, or is working out for vanity bad? And I'm going to answer that it is. So in doing research, I found an article from LA Times. It was in 2011, and they published an article about the benefits of exercising, and one of them was vanity. And they quoted a professor called Professor Patzer, and he talked about how vanity can be a great way to get into the gym, and he also says, quote, and you'll love this, so vanity, will keep us going back to maintain our new look.
This guy's making my points for me.
This guy is a professor of business administration,
Yes.
okay? And this guy
But he works out though, right?
doesn't know what he's talking about, because there's been countless research showing that regardless of what gets you through the door, which could be vanity, that's not what keeps you. In fact, if you are just going there for vanity and you hit a goal weight, let's say, the desire for you to maintain that goal weight actually decreases. They found many studies that people who have, let's say, a vain goal don't actually stick with it. And part of the problem is that aiming for perfection is an unattainable goal.
But this is part of the argument here, right? So I can concede that health should be the primary focus. And certainly for me, after my years of starting off in fitness as a teenager where I was vain, eventually I became a personal trainer, health became the focus. But for so many people, they struggle to start at all. So even though you're pointing out correctly, completely correctly, that the people who work out just for vanity often don't stick with it, those people may not have worked out anyways. It's good to get people in the door so maybe they can start.
I agree with you, but let's take what you're saying even a little bit to the extreme.
Sure.
Because let's say we both agree that in the long run, for long-term success, the fitness for healthy purposes should be the key, right?
Yes, right.
But what gets you through the door is vanity.
Yeah.
If it stays, because we're saying, is exercising for vanity bad? To me, that seems like it's a long-run thing. And we know several individuals who, for vanity is the only reason they work out.
Yes.
That means that they're also imbalanced. Because what is traditionally vain for men? They work out for bigger biceps. So they focus on that. But they don't focus on their legs, they got chicken legs.
That's
but
true.
that's problems because now they have problems with their joints and legs and things like that. Or they have other problems like women focus on their booty, for example, and their core. That's great, but then they can't squat as much because actually they can't withstand the weight on their back.
Their upper body
and
is not great.
Exactly.
So
even for that, even in the short term.
Okay, so if your point is that working out solely for vanity doesn't necessarily have the best health outcomes, certainly that's true. If you're taking it to the extreme, and a lot of people in society do take vanity to the extreme.
I didn't even take it to the extreme yet.
I'm admitting you can do a lot of terrible things for the sake of vanity. Getting your foot in the door in the gym is probably the best manifestation of what vanity gives us. So I don't want to throw it out entirely because it's not inherently bad. You're pointing out it can be bad. It can lead you down paths where you're not doing the best health outcome type activities. I agree, but it's not inherently bad. It can be used for good. And this is a question I'm genuinely curious about. And I'm genuinely curious to see what our audience will say about this, because the big question I ask for myself, can vanity have a healthy place in our minds when we're working out or in life in general? To me, it seems that clearly the answer is obviously yes. It doesn't always have a healthy place in our minds. Certainly people have body dysmorphia, people have eating disorders, all for the sake of vanity. People get all kinds of plastic surgery, some of which I think is a bit too ridiculous or too overdone. So that's all true.
So if you're only working out for vanity, and I agree, there could be a healthy place for vanity. There could be. But it's likely that it's not. I know a lot of people at my gym that actually take steroids. Why? Because vanity is the most important thing there.
Yes.
They just go to the gym just to show off, you know?
But is there anything wrong with having some vanity in there? So I work out for health, you work out for health. Absolutely. And I try to make my workouts and nutrition be based on longevity and quality of life and what I want to be, 10 years from now. But I gotta admit,
if there's a scale of things of why we work out, I think vanity has a role, but it should be so low on that scale. I would rather focus on the other things, the way it makes you feel. Forget about the long-term health benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, especially for young people, they don't really concentrate on that. They're not thinking about osteoporosis or
never. They're never thinking about that.
No. But
and
it makes
think of it
you
as a
have
selling
more
point.
energy. It makes you have more energy. It makes you be able to do other activities as well, really.
Okay, but talking to young people who you want to get into fitness, they're not concerned about energy. You've already admitted they're not concerned about long-term health. What are they concerned by? They are concerned by their main motivator, vanity. Let's use it to get them in the gym.
Great. Do that.
Mm-hmm.
Get them into the gym, but let that not stay the main motivator. Because once they're in there, that's what I find would be the problem. Because a lot of people, they join the gym for vanity.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. That doesn't necessarily mean also that they know what they're talking about. A lot of these people follow Instagram. They look at people that they want to look like.
Yes.
Now, the Instagram personal trainers
Yes.
aren't actual qualified or registered individuals.
Right.
They look really great.
Fitness professionals.
Why do they look great? Because they know the right angles, or sometimes they know Photoshop.
Or they're juicing, or
whatever
God knows
the reason.
What. Yes.
And so you get through the door because of that. If you stay for that reason and you continue to do harmful things to your body, you're not going to have success.
Okay.
In fact, it can go really badly.
I admit that, but all I'm saying is, I don't think you see this backlash against vanity that's going on because of how obsessed our society has become with it. But all I'm saying is, for me, and I think for all of us, there is a significant place for it that is normal, natural, and healthy within our minds, even when we work out. So for me, like I was saying, yes, I work out for health, but I gotta admit, I like the way my abs look, and sometimes I work a little bit more on my obliques or my serratus anteriors because I want that particularly shredded look. Is that going to make me more healthier? No, I don't overdo it. I'm not suffering from body dysmorphia or anything like that, but it is something that I like. Is there anything wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with having a vanity-based portion of my goals in the gym?
As long as it's not the main focus, then I'm fine with it. And even celebrities have now pushed away from this soul vain look. So Halle Berry, for example, she's trying to fight off diabetes because that runs in her family.
I didn't even realize
Yeah,
that.
Looks
just
amazing.
right.
By
Jessica
the way,
Alba.
Vanity.
Okay.
Jessica Alba works out because of a family history of osteoporosis. So even they recognize that it's not just about vanity.
Okay, I can agree with that. The only thing that I'll add to all of this at the end of the day is I think there is a place to be able to use vanity for good. And I am concerned that a lot of fitness professionals, ourselves included, tend to disparage vanity. And we've both done this, including with some friends who seem to only work out for vanity. We tend to disparage it and try to over-promote the knowledge about the health benefits and the health effects, the energy, the combating osteoporosis.
And that's not motivating.
It's not at all, and it doesn't work that well. And so all I'm saying is I don't want to lose that impulse that we could be utilizing to help people start on their better fitness journey.
So instead of like a closing remark, what I wanted to do is, instead of being controversial, I wanted to share a little cute fact with you.
Okay.
So when doing research for this, I looked up WebMD, had an article about actually the gender differences in terms of the motivators for joining the gym.
Okay.
I'm
And
so curious.
yeah, so there are a lot of gender differences for, first of all, getting into the gym and also maintaining and going to the gym.
Vanity's at the top for both genders?
So men don't actually care about how they look, they care about just looking as if they go to the gym. So it doesn't matter if they just want to look big, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they've got shredded abs or anything like that.
Right.
But for women, and I quote, fitness is a superficial issue. They do it because it will help them look better. And
My heart a little bit. My heart's a little sad. WebMD, what has happened?
Okay, so, well, I mean, it's not their fault. That's
and they
what's
also
going on.
notice the differences between that influences the way women and men work out generally. Obviously, there's exceptions to the rule, but women tend to stick with cardio, men tend to stick with the bulking.
And look, I don't deny any of this, and certainly I
well,
think
you
people...
can't, it's science.
I'm not denying, I would never deny WebMD.
We're all just a bunch of dummies.
Yes, I would not deny anything that WebMD is saying. It is definitely true that people get on these vanity kicks, and women tend to become overly obsessed with cardio. Men obviously tend to become overly obsessed with being big, and both do it sometimes even at the expense of their health. Often even at the expense of health. So I admit and concede all of that. But would we be even able to live in a world with no vanity at all? The other extreme is not the option. Let's not swing the pendulum too far in the other direction. Let's put vanity
What's the other direction?
completely abolishing vanity, saying no, you need a nutritional and workout approach that is solely based on health and fitness and those types of goals. Let's enjoy the vanity a little bit.
We can
Let's
enjoy
use
it.
it.
We're nobody's talking about extremes. We're saying that vanity does have a role, but it can't be the sole focus.
I can agree with that.
All right, and on that note, we want to hear what you have to say about this. Do you think that working out for vanity is a good thing, a bad thing? Does it motivate you to work out? Do you have some other motivator out there? We want to know. Let us know in the comments below. Give us a like, give us a sub, hit the bell notification, and we will see you next time. Bye.